Hi there YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for clicking the video. As you can tell by the title, we're going to review a purchase transaction. Some of the things I recommend to do before you start the process, some of the things that are going to happen during the process, and also what happens during closing. But before we dive into the subject, please guys remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, and of course comment for anything else you would like to add. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Our first step when looking to buy a home is understanding our financials. And what I mean by that is you first want to review your current income and job stability. How much money you have left after all deductions from your paycheck? What type of debts do you have? We need to remember that this is a 30-year commitment that we want to be able to pay off, plus have the ability to save money every month from our paycheck. In addition to this, we need to understand that in order to purchase a home, you want to have cash reserves. Now, there's two reasons for that. A, you need that for closing costs and or a down payment. And B, you want to have enough cash for after the purchase that if you ever need to fix or renovate something after closing, you can do so, or if you need to down the road. Okay, so now that we've figured out our financials, it's time to start thinking about how much of a mortgage payment we can handle every month on top of all of our debts that we have. This will help and steer us to a size of a mortgage we would A, feel comfortable with, but also, most important, have a good chance to qualify for. One more thing I would recommend before you contact a real estate agent is to go online and start looking at houses that are listed for sale. Many websites will show you all the info you need, like selling price, neighborhood info, maybe tax info, but also lots of pictures. This info can help you figure out which houses you like and don't like based on anything that's important for you. Now, this will also help us to see if we have any houses in your area you like, because if you don't, you may need to consider moving further away, which may impact your work, for example. And in this stage of our process, we should have some good options we want to explore, so it's time to search for a realtor. A good place to start is always with friends and family members who trust their realtor from past transactions, but if we don't have any, internet search based on reviews is always just as good. And now that we have a realtor helping us with our process, it's time to get pre approved or get pre qualified by a mortgage company. Realtors want their clients to have some form of approved qualifications before they go out and spend their time showing houses. The biggest reasons for that are sellers wanting proof that the client can actually buy a house, but also realtors are commission based income, so their time is very important and they need to utilize it accordingly. And with this step of our purchase process, we're going to look at what we do with the mortgage company to get that pre approval letter. So, your loan advisor is going to create a purchase application for you based on the information you gave them, selling price options, and some basic documents you'll need to send over, like income documents, bank statements, forms of identification. Now, it's likely that this is the bulk of information documents you're going to need to send over to get the pre approval letter, but it's not for the whole purchase transaction. Once we have either the pre approval or the pre qualification letter, we will start a purchase contract. And when putting a contract together, you want to start negotiating different things. Now, your realtor is going to do so alongside with the other party so everyone can agree on the conditions. You can negotiate things like purchase price, any requests for things to be fixed in the house prior to closing, and even parts of the closing costs. Now, once everyone agrees to these conditions, you're going to have a signed contract. Now, either you or your realtor need to send that contract as soon as possible back to your loan advisor. They basically need that in order to keep pushing and working on your file to get that transaction to closing, to the finish line. Purchase contracts are time sensitive and they need to close by a specific due date. And in a perfect world, of course, if everything goes smooth, no issues, the mortgage company got the purchase contract, the majority of the time you're going to wait until you close is for the mortgage company to finish everything on their end so they can set up closing and be done with their process. Now, closing will be done at a notary's office or a title company. Many reasons why it could be in either one of them, but they both serve the same purpose of closing on your mortgage. And just to add this small piece of information, but at closing, you will need to provide your bank's information to pay for anything that was agreed upon in the purchase contract. Once closing has been completed, the mortgage company will fund this mortgage right away. So there is no 3-day rescission like you get when you refinance a mortgage. And that is all I got. So thank you guys for watching. I know for the most part, purchases are not this simple, but they can be. Please add a comment for anything else you want to add from your own personal experience when you purchased your home. Like the video. Most important, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.